All right.
That's better.
Well, it's still daytime out there.
Yeah. Sort of. It's about the end of it.
Yeah.
All right. Thursday. Friday, actually. I keep thinking about the early release, but I don't think my GameStop's having one.
My GameStop is absolutely not. I have 2 GameStops in my town, and neither one of them are. They're saying it's because of COVID-related reasons, but I was like, that makes 0 sense to me.
No.
Like, there's not enough people, and I guess this is their point, at the 2 locations that in my town, one of them only has 10 pre-orders, mine included, and then the other one has like 15. So I guess that's not really enough pre-orders to justify an early release, maybe. I don't know, but
that makes sense though.
I don't think any of the From Software games have had an early release for me. I can't remember. I don't remember them ever having one.
yeah.
I don't know. It's because I don't know if GameStop just hates the games or what. I remember when I traded in Skyrim after playing Dark Souls, the GameStop employee got so offended.
He did what now?
I traded in Skyrim after playing Dark Souls,
Oh,
and the GameStop employee got really offended about that.
Like, why?
that's interesting.
He was like, "What are you talking about? This game's amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, but I played Dark Souls and I'm just not really feeling it anymore." He's like, "That doesn't make any sense."
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm like, I can't play for more than 30 minutes without getting sleepy.
Every time I try to start up Skyrim, and then I go through all the mods that I want to put in it, and then I turn it off.
Okay, that's better. I couldn't figure out how to get it to show all 3 of us at the same time on the screen for a second.
Oh yeah, I just scrolled to the right.
Yeah, I just figured that out. I did it last time. I just couldn't remember how. And now where we go.
So it looks like Vagabond is winning when it comes to starting classes.
Yeah, you know what? That doesn't surprise me because it's probably the coolest looking one next to the Samurai. And I mean, to me, I'm picking Prisoner, but that's just because of the build I'm going for. It's not really because of the aesthetic. The aesthetic is just kind of okay. It's cool. It's fine, but I like the Vagabond better. And
are you excited?
I'm super duper fucking excited. Oh, there's kids. I'm sorry.
It looks like.
Mike. I'm in a different room.
It kind of looks like
okay.
a bedpan to me. The helmet for Prisoner.
He looks like what?
The helmet looks like a bedpan to me for some reason.
A bedpan? Yeah, I don't think it looks anything like Griffith, like some people say. I don't think it looks anything like that.
It just looks like it. I mean, it just looks like the prison armor that he had, or the helmet, anyways. But yeah, it doesn't really look like it because it was the hawk.
Yeah, I was debating on going with astrologer because, like I said, I'm going intelligence with some melee, and I couldn't figure out. Well, I was going to go intelligence and strength back when strength was going to go with equipment load, and I'm planning on using the Moonlight Greatsword anyway, and it usually uses strength with intelligence. But I'm going to probably go with the Prisoner, which starts out with a little more dex, but I probably just won't level up dex any and just level up some strength to meet the requirements and go int. Because I'm really into the spells this time around, the way the animations look and how everything seems to be designed. It just looks amazing.
The summoning looked really cool.
Yeah, I mean, just all of the magic stuff that I saw, even with the faith stuff and the dragon stuff that's going to be with faith, it seems it's gonna be nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So the starting area, I'm wondering if you're going to be able to go back to it like the other games was. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, you can fast travel anywhere into the map once you have a site of grace,
Right.
I mean, that's I guess that's what you did in the other games anyways. I'm like thinking DS1 you only had this choice selection, but
I think you can. I think if I remember correctly, you can actually fast travel to any point on the map. Maybe it doesn't have to be that may not be correct. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't like that.
That would be really cool if the tutorial
Power go off?
you would have to be able to access it later. You couldn't go back until you actually access it within the map.
What happened, Blake?
Lights in my car went out.
Oh,
Oh, you're-
I thought you were in your house and the lights just go out and shit. Like, and you're like, oh no, I'm like, what the hell happened?
Turn the car on. Hang on a second.
You even looked scared. I was like, it's a
I didn't know
ghost.
what happened for a second. Just had to open the door again.
That's all it was.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be if the tutorial area is going to be set up like Demon Souls or Sekiro.
I think it's exactly going to be like that.
Sekiro.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like Demon Souls. I mean, I think it's going to be like Sekiro in the fact that it's going to be an area. I think it's going to be an area you revisit later in the game, like Sekiro's was.
Right.
I-
Sekiro kind of went backwards, like halfway through the game. You had to make your way to the start.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I hope the shortcuts are mind blowing, like they were in Bloodborne. And
I've heard. Yeah, the shortcuts. I'm sure some of the shortcuts. I'm sure are going to be crazy.
Gonna be like crazy teleportation or something.
I would still love to see the end, like like a fun ending where you can actually come out of the broken archstone in Demon Souls. I would love to see that.
That'd be nuts. Like a secret ending.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I know a lot of stuff, and I don't want to be careful about what I say because I know Alex has not. He's trying to go in as blind as possible.
Yeah, I've been pretty successful at it too.
Yeah, and I don't really want to spoil much, so I'm not exactly sure what to talk about because I know a lot that you probably have not heard.
I've seen a good bit, but I mean, I feel like it's still going to be very fresh. It's just little stuff like mechanic information and stuff like that. Nothing a whole lot about the level layouts and the bosses.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen like the maps that the pieces of the map they've shown us in the trailers and the interviews, and from what I can tell, the starting zone Limgrave is a very small part of the entire game, like a very small part.
You mean
And
in
that
the
area,
beta test?
huh?
The beta test area?
Well, not just the beta test. The beta test was a small part of the starting zone, and the starting zone is a small part of the game.
Well, that's always nice.
Yeah, I mean, from what I heard, whatever the certain zones that apparently are in the games just sound exciting, like just incredibly.
Yeah, absolutely. I won't say any specifics, but some of the things that I've seen on video and I've read in articles and stuff, it's this thing is going to be crazy, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about it.
And I'll tell you what, if it does like not quite meet expectations, I don't know if I'll be disappointed or not, because I think I'm going to have a good time with it either way.
I mean, just look at the trailers and just how varied it is with so many things. I mean,
it's and I went and watched the Dark Souls 3 launch trailer that debuted right before Dark Souls 3 came out, and it had a lot of the same stuff going on, like it showed a lot of late game bosses, and I don't know if that's what they did with this last launch trailer that just came out. I think it was today or yesterday.
That guy who yells like it's the festival of something.
Mm-hmm.
The Festival of Rodan.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably
that really piqued my interest. Like they've never done anything like that. I don't think that sounded almost like an event in game.
Yeah, right. Kind of like the Night of the Hunt in a way.
Oh, what's that?
The Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, right.
The whole premise.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there was one little boss that kind of looked like the dragon fight from Sekiro, but it looks a lot crazier.
The serpent one. It was like
Did you watch the launch trailer, Alex?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I watched the launch trailer and the one that you
It
just
was
showed.
pretty wild. It was pretty wild.
Yeah,
I didn't get a good look, but
that's about all I've seen. It's just those trailers.
Just the aesthetic of the boss design just kind of reminds me of the Sekiro dragon fight.
Which one are you talking about? I'm trying to remember.
I think he had fangs. It was a blue arena.
Was
But
he laying on the ground? Was he laying on the ground?
No, it wasn't the snake one. That kind of reminded me of Gaping Dragon a little bit, but
Okay.
but it
I'll
was
have to watch it again.
okay. But it's very brief, but it looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the stuff that they've shown in this last one was just really crazy. Like, I feel like the Radon fight is going to be nuts. He's going to hit so hard. I bet he's going to have some one-shot mechanics like you've talked about.
Yeah.
What about the enemy that flips you off?
The hand, that was gnarly.
I didn't even see that.
It definitely did flip you off. I saw that. I noticed that when I watched it. I was like, is that intentional? It has to be, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Ubisoft is saying like, this is our game. Welcome. Fuck you. Gonna be like one of the hardest bosses too. Just to justify them.
My friend asked me, he's like, why do you like playing these games if they're so stressful? I'm like, well, I mean, that's just the thing. I mean, yeah, at first, but then after you overcome it, it's very relaxing. The whole
once you get into the flow and vibe, the ebb and flow of the game, it's just a smooth sailing, and it's a ride.
I mean,
you just love.
This series has apparently cured a lot of at least helped out with depression with a lot of people. Because
I think that's true. I feel like that's probably true.
I feel like it has helped out with my depression as well. I mean, I haven't had nearly as severe depression as other people, but I feel like it's definitely improved.
Playing these games and being excited for these games helps with a lot of things in my life.
Yeah. It's like at least there's an escape.
Yeah.
Every time I think about just starting a new playthrough on any of the games, I get excited and relaxed. And just know I know exactly what kind of experience I'm going to have, but it feels like a very different experience every time I create a new character.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty excited about that because I'm going to try the bandit character first.
Are you? That's cool.
Yeah.
And what were you going with, Zach?
Rich,
that's right. And what are you going for? What kind of stats are you going with build?
I'm just going to go with strength.
Any faith sprinkled in?
What?
Any faith sprinkled in to try any new spells?
Anything magic wise? Since I want to do boss reviews, I really want to be up and close and personal with the boss.
Yeah. Are you gonna force yourself to use the jumping mechanic?
I mean, if it's useful, I'll use it.
Yeah.
It just depends. I haven't played it yet. I heard a lot of people, say that jumping feels really good and purposeful. So I just need.
That's what I've heard as well.
I just found out in Surge 2 you can duck.
Yeah, man, you can. Yeah, you can.
I like the way jumping felt in Sekiro. So I mean, I don't know
why it felt good.
Weird in Elden Ring.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
it might look a little awkward when you have. I wonder if your equipment weight will affect it at all, because you'd look pretty awkward wearing like a Havel type armor equivalent and hopping up in the air.
Yeah,
like that.
There's like an equipment burden jump, like you go like you can't even jump.
Right. That's what I wonder about that. I really do, but I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything or seen anything about that.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be implied, because I mean, think about it. Like, why not make a game hard with all of its, the one thing it would do is hinder exploration and hinder, trying to jump to new places and areas and stuff like that.
I'm wondering, how many weapons they give you in the tutorial section. I wonder if they just give you what you have in your class, or there's actually a few things spread out throughout.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that. Don't shoot me with it, though.
If so, since I'm going to be solo one, the tutorial boss is probably a while to defeat, because I think you're supposed to die to him, but obviously,
I think so.
Just like, Sekiro.
Nice. Right. My son has a bow and arrow.
I hope there's a bigger reward for killing this tutorial boss, because even in Sekiro had no reward at all. It just had a different cutscene.
well, they had like doors locked and certain enemies weren't spawned in. And I think from everything that I've seen about that I've read, it seems to indicate that if you can pull off beating this boss, and from everything I've seen, it's supposed to be like way harder than Vanguard from Demon Souls. And it's supposed to, like, you're supposed to die. It's supposed to kill you. But like if you do manage to kill it, you can like gain access to a specific late game zone as what from what I've seen it seems to imply. I mean, that may not be right, but it's what I understand.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, this one's Blake.
Hi. Hello.
Nice. Yeah. Good with that bow. I'm gonna have to buy an actual one.
Oh yeah, those are always fun.
That's usually like in games. That's usually what I pick, anyways, is a bow and arrow.
I wonder if Quick and
No.
You wonder if what?
Oh, I wonder if Quick and Restart is going to work the same way it has been, other than Dark Souls 2.
Did you say quit and restart?
Yeah. When you quit the game and reload, the enemies go back to their spawn points.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like you respawn like crystal lizards and stuff like that.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is the only game
Bonfire aesthetic.
that way, because when you quick and restart the game, the enemies are still where they were when you load back in.
But doesn't it still respawn crystal lizards? Or did they have
Crystal lizards died after your first kill.
in Dark Souls 2?
Yeah. But then you use bonfire aesthetic.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what it was. Yep. I always forget because there was only a couple bonfires that I ever used those on.
I used them a lot. It was good for farming, especially in
They
the
are
dragon
because the
area.
freaking the dragon area. Oh yeah, I bet.
Mhm. I did that over and over again till the one NPC invader, the one with the the flared out helmet kind of thing, has like wings on his helmet, and he just comes after you. He became too difficult for me to even try anymore. It was like the 9th bonfire aesthetic. I'm like, there's not enough room to fight you.
Not happening anymore, Chief.
Yeah.
No.
After the tutorial and everything, when the world opens up to you, are you guys just gonna go out and find bosses and then just tackle them? You just want to find them and then maybe leave the boss arena and just go out and explore more and find more bosses. That way you kind of have the, you know where they are, but you're just going to go back to them later. You just want to find more stuff. I mean, how do you think you'll feel?
I'm probably gonna take out areas at a time.
Yeah. So just
I'm probably
explore every area you can until you have no choice but to fight the bosses.
So that was my original plan before I learned other things. And what I'm gonna do is when I leave the starting zone that I feel like you're supposed to die at, and I actually get to Limgrave, I am gonna fool around there and stuff and try to get a few map fragments. But then I'm probably gonna try to head north past the first legacy dungeon into the second zone and try to get some more magic stuff, because everything that I've seen indicates that that's the main magic zone where a lot of magic stuff is.
I
So
wonder
I'm going to try to get some stuff up there.
I'm wondering how overpowered you can even get before you get to the first mandatory boss.
Oh, it's an open world. You can get as powerful as possible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you can do that.
Make the whole game easy.
You might be able to do that but I don't think that's something you'll do. And that's not something I don't think I'll do either.
Yeah, no, I like to go straight for the boss as weak as possible.
Because I want to go for the stuff that I want for my build, and then I want to conquer as much as I can after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I like to set it to where the boss isn't too long. If I'm having to fight the boss for 10 minutes, I'm not really having fun with it. So
Right.
I had to be inputting a certain amount of damage.
If you die.
Do I know?
Especially if you die.
Yeah. So I mean, I want the boss fight to last. If it goes over 5 minutes, I'm not really interested. And so I basically just kind of get my attack input up enough to where I can see all the attacks, and I feel like I explored the boss enough.
Fair. Like I can't think of a whole lot of bosses that last longer than 5 minutes. I guess
Just a freak.
Ancient
The
Dragon,
Ancient Dragon. Yeah.
Sister Freed, like you said, might definitely take that long. The Demon Prince in the Ring City DLC, that fight can take a while because you got to kill the 2 demons, and then you have to kill the final Demon Prince.
Yep.
Oh, the Ivory King, the burnt Ivory King.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty long boss fight too. It actually, I thought I was gonna get it, and then on my first try, and then I just didn't. And I think I did get it on my second or third try.
I can never freeze that last teleporter, so I always had struggle with having to fight the Ivory King and an additional sorcerer.
Yeah. I think I got them all.
It's a good place to farm, though. You just go in there, you take out as many soldiers, die, go back in, get your souls, take out more soldiers, die, go back in, and once you have like enough, then you just go back and level up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did that for a minute, so I may have extended it myself.
Wondering how many super gimmick bosses we'll get, like Witches of Hemwick and Beta Chaos type bosses.
Oh, they're good for at least one in a game of this scale. I would imagine there's at least 2.
Yeah, probably 5.
It's gonna be fun going through all these boss fights and just figuring out which one is gonna be the most hated one.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be one of the main demigod bosses. That's probably gonna be the most hated, I'm guessing.
I remember when I was playing through Bloodborne and I first fought the Witches of Hemwick, I was like, yeah, everybody's going to hate this one.
It wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
I actually learned the trick where you can go in that fight with 0 insight and none of the minions will spawn, and then the fight just becomes a complete shit show.
Yeah, they spawn, they just don't go attack you. I tried. I used it before.
What? That's never happened to me.
Oh, really? Like I had like no insight, or maybe, I had no insight, and because of that, they would spawn, but they would never come attack me or anything. I would just go straight for the Hemwick, run right past them. They'd just be wandering around the arena.
No, that's not right. I don't think that's the way it is. Zach, are you? Is that the same thing you've experienced, or have you done that?
Explain that again.
It was in my second playthrough, though.
If you go into the Witches of Hemwick fight with 0 insight, now remember, when you go into a boss fight, you automatically get some insight.
Right.
So if you go in, so you have to go in there first and then homeward bone out. And so once you go back in after you've spent all your insight, the minions don't spawn at all.
I gotta remember. I'll look it up, because that's how I found out. I looked it up and tried it, and it worked. But I'll just have to look it up and send it to you.
I mean, that sounds right, but I never have 0 insight.
Yeah, it might not be insight. It might be something else
on purpose. But I'm positive.
Exactly.
I'm really racking my brain.
I would have to look it up. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
So there's an item, what's it called? Stakes of something, where you can use it so you can respawn right at the boss fog gate.
The Stakes of Marika.
Yeah.
Or Marika. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but
now, is that something you collect, or is it just something there that you just?
No, it's just there.
Okay.
It's just there.
So you just can't use it anywhere.
No, it's in a set location.
Okay, good. So why not just have a site of grace instead?
I'm not sure exactly. I guess I don't know, because I guess I'm assuming you can't level up. You can level up at a site of grace. I'm assuming you can't level up at them, and you can't rest at them. You just spawn there.
I'm just wondering why. I mean, why even bother?
Well, I guess what they would say, the only thing that I can think that they would say is that to make the game more accessible.
I don't know.
And shorten. I think the point of that is to shorten run backs to the boss, but as I don't know why not just make it another Site of Grace. I don't know.
I'm sure we'll get a really good answer. Maybe not. Sometimes things are just there just to be different. I don't know, just to be
That's
like,
true.
This isn't a Site of Grace, but it's just like a weaker version of it.
Right. That's an interesting way to think of it. I hadn't really thought of it like that, but I don't really know. Maybe it will be explained. They're not really what is it?
Oh, it says if you have 0 insight, they just don't spawn, but they did spawn for me, so I don't understand. But they did not attack me whatsoever.
Maybe it was a bug, because I know that there's the games are known for those sometimes.
Yeah, but yeah, if you have 0 insight, then they don't spawn, evidently.
I've seen some really goofy bugs about the Iron Golem in Dark Souls 1 at the top of Sin's Tower. I've seen some really goofy bugs with that fight.
Did you see the glitch where someone hit the Iron Golem so hard in the crotch that it teleported him to Inner Orlando?
Yes, I did see that one. I didn't see it in my game. I saw the video, and it was crazy.
That was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I need to watch that.
Oh, it was wild. And somebody almost got me with one. It was a video of them jumping down that well in Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls 1 and then ending up in Blight Town in the swamp. And I was just like, no fucking way, dude. There's no way. And I almost tried it, but people in the comments were like, don't do this, bro. This is a trap. Don't do this.
That would be so cool, though. If that was real.
It would be gnarly.
I loved Blight Town. I thought it was a pretty cool place.
Stuff like that in Elden Ring.
Yeah,
that would be nuts.
Dangling.
Listen, I would love to mention something, but I don't want to spoil anything for Alex.
And I hope there's like little platforming like there was in Dark Souls 3 where you had to run up the tree and jump on top of the building. I don't know if that was
little exploits. Well, they never patched it.
Okay, so it wasn't on purpose.
I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but it seems intentional almost.
Yeah. It's really fun to execute properly. I
like stuff like that in games
in Elden Ring.
I could see the potential for stuff like that, especially now that you have a dedicated jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like maybe tight little ledges you have to jump on just right get to a special area. I hope platforming's outstanding.
And they have a pretty known history with using invisible walkways and invisible ledges. So
yeah, or just hidden walls that you can break or open.
Apparently, they're going to shut off the meeting in 10 minutes because I'm not upgraded to something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess this would be a good time to stop. It's 9 o'clock for me.
For sure.
It's 9 o'clock here, too.
But we'll try to do this again, whenever we can. I like to try.
We should try to do it, if not the night before Elden Ring, at least a couple nights after.
Yeah,
I'm down.
And just trade what we've seen and experienced.
Yeah, maybe I'm trying to think, like, if we can't do it right before, maybe just wait until like 24 hours after we've all had a chance to play the game. I'm not sure.
How do you guys feel about allowing spoilers in the group? You guys feel all right about that?
Well, I mean,
I feel like that's. Are you talking about being like spoiler posts in the group?
Yeah, like videos and stuff.
I mean, as long as they put a spoiler warning, I guess, and make sure that you can't see it unless you like hit a see more or actually watch the video. I don't have a problem with it.
And keep it with discussion, because it'll just get spammed with that.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm going to be uploading videos too, so I mean that's why that's why I'm allowing it, because I want to be able to post stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah,
because it wouldn't be fair if I posted stuff, but I wouldn't let anyone else would.
Yeah, this is my group. Damn it.
It's just, one guy, he was like, "Hey man, I guess I need to mute the group, but I still want to participate in group discussions." I'm like, well, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of questions. Once Elden Ring is released, it's probably just mostly going to be videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you pre-order the game, Alex?
I'm going to probably tomorrow.
Probably.
Like after work or something on my way home.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I better end it now because we got like 7 minutes left, and I don't want to get started on something else.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys take it easy. We'll talk later in the group chat probably.
All right, sounds
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
All right, later. Good night, guys.
Peace out.